plotting, son. I only made you my friend because I wanted that Mangekyo shotting gun.
Spades look like he get ID'd multiple times at the casino when he walking through. Let me remind you, this is shit you cannot do. And you might be on every ticket, but you can't ride the roller coasters at Lagoon.
What's good, y'all? Mike Masters, 801 on fucking everything. My name is Gabino Grimes. I almost said my name is Mike Masters. What's your name? Yo, my name is Gabino Grimes. This is 48 in the Lake, and we have a very special playoff battle. We have 5 judges that are judging this battle. 2 in-house judges, B. Franks and Holmzie Da God, and then 3 off-site judges at Cammy GBR, at Pod Tier, Ledge from Pod Tier, and then at DreDai. There is a 2-minute cutoff for each round. And so, yeah, with that all being said, I have a very special co-host with me.
What's up, y'all? Terminology. Peace, peace, peace. Flew in today from NYC just for the battles. I'm here today and tomorrow. Pull up, man, if you want to build with me. My Instagram's @TerminologyST. You can listen to me on Shade 45 every Thursday from 7 to 9 on Show Off Radio. It's about to go down. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Give it up. Give it up. Yeah. With that said, man, shout out to Hoodie Jer, G Life, Dally, Beans and Rice Podcast, the whole crew. Give it up for our staff, y'all. Let's go. Yeah. Big shout out to Atheist and of course our DJ Intimidate, Chris Barr, man. We put on a good show tonight, so we're really excited about it. Thank you, Lefty, for joining us on the pay-per-view tonight.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Battler, on my right, introduce yourself.
New York's thoroughbred, St. Pete's gangster, Utah's top hitter. 5PADEZ. I make this shit look easy. Spades.
All right. All right, battle on my left. Introduce yourself.
Let's go, so Ogden.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Ghost, you traveled further, so you get a call in the air term.
All right, let's get it.
Tails. Tails it is.
All right.
Woo! Let's go, Spades.
They said I can't use gun bars against the ghost. That won't go so well. But the stories I read been written since the 90s. I'm talking Ghost in a Shell. So let's get into it. There's no love here. This isn't Wimbledon. I'ma show you why this uphill battle finna go downhill quick as shit. Viciousness, you've lost it. His punch is soft, majority missing. I'm a different animal, but the same beast rocking 2 foes with him. I'm in the gym, getting shots in, practice running down my victims. Coach knows, Mamba mentality. When it's crunch time, I shoot. And 5 rings says I'm winning, you are finished. You escaped last time because it was my rookie season. Cook G then, but this time I'm more seasoned. I know the story goes David versus Goliath, he beats him, but that's a myth in the Bible. Tonight I'll need to see it. I see Ghost pales in comparison. Am I reaching? He folds like the Niners at the end of every season. Well, it's win or go home, you know the meaning. And like the 2012 G-Men, the kick from the 9 gon' end your dreaming. This is treason. You my homie, but I've been plotting, son. I only made you my friend because I wanted that Mangekyo shotting gun. Mobbing, son. Hold on, mobbing, son. I've been climbing the ranks, moving. Every battle has been a stepping stone to my improvement. This trail to Mount Rushmore is steep, sticks out. Gotta use everything in my toolkit. What I'm saying is you thought this was an uphill battle, but this a mountain you trekking through. Bitch, you are unprepared. He acts like he doesn't care, so take a hike. I think I'll name this 30 Stephen Curry, because after this shot, it's night-night. Time.
Let's go. Let's go. Bottom of the first.
Let's go, Ghost.
I can't lie. I'm trying to get back in the sky, and you've been scraping by. I know this can't be top tier. I'm building an empire in my state, and I heard you just stopped here. Get offended, I don't care. I want to make you aware. This time I'm lighting you up, square. And so we're clear, even my lady would lift a torch in search of liberty in the event that any enemies appear. Heard the earth beneath you was dead. I'm ready to work. I could cultivate before a bitter winter is officially over. We got it out the dirt, but they act aggro when I grow the culture from somewhere way colder. Stain is shit, but not on the bricks on the side of a train. I know it may seem vulgar, sprayed him and kept it moving. Now the borough he from can see the mural of a true vulture. He always talking sticks, but bitch, I grew up on back roads. Keep on talking sticks, I'll up the pole. You'll get thrown in a fishing hole. But it's also normal for me to be West Coasting wherever I go. You ain't got a metaphor 1-5, just know that's San Francisco's area code. And if you add those numbers together, you would understand me being here, the reason. 4 + 1 and the other, I'm back on 10 and we getting even. Life gave me lemons again. Don't get it twisted, I'ma leave you leaking. Stand up and flip it better than these other kids. You a fruit, too much sweetness in the cup he drinking. Told him I'd AP a risk. But watch, I promise it's not what they all thinking. Be surprised when you find out the meaning of AP a risk stings a bit, but I've been in this hive, I'm beekeeping. He puts his hands together when trying to remember. He like to pray he keep breathing. I put my hands together as to applaud your death. It's awful demeaning. I'm off the deep end, wetting anyone near him up, cannonball. He gonna be sick, not able to remember shit after all these pictures and bars, reminiscent of pub crawls. To those saying I ain't been living up to my potential, I get it. But at this moment...
Time.
That was 2?
Yep. Nah. Nope.
Let me get the last one off.
Nah,
please.
nope. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I called it.
Y'all ready? It wasn't strange in my neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Nah, they called me, said be wary of them, bro. But if it's something weird and it don't look good, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
Nah, they called me, said make it clear bro's a hoax. See, it's well known since our last go on the Ghostbuster, there's no hope. Of course they call me, bitch, you know the jingle. I ain't scared of no ghost. See, after we before we battle, you were next up. After we battle, ass now. No Steve's a loser, truancies, you the class clown. Had one good rounder with smoke and beat Marks. Is that what we brag about? Bitch, I went to war with our league and boss ready to crash out. I'm built different. The sticks I'm walking with, whew, the stilt's different. Last time I left Ghost nearly headless Nick. This time he getting killed different. I'm talking big guns. Proton pack for this paranorm. Think Gimli. Hammers drawn, waist out on. This one ring make him disappear. The Dark Lord's magic strong. But I can make this ghost yield to the real king. Bitch, I'm Aragon. Cameras on? Good. I'm about to put a blade in Ghost. I'm playing. Y'all know y'all can't slay a ghost, but the blade I got the size of Ichigo Kurosaki. One swing, send him to the afterlife. After I put a hollow hole in his body, do you copy? I'm a tsunami. It's a new wave. I said Kurosaki, Bankai, new blade to go through Dave. I'm wigging out. Of course I'm taking off his toupee. That's 2, Dave.
Hey! Just to give you context.
All right, look.
Yeah.
You can't flip with me, Jack. We up. Check the score. For every one of his, I'll match it with at least 3. I need more. I'm taking everything they owe. I tried to tell y'all before. He worried about trying to win this battle. Meanwhile, I'm concerned with winning the war. I'm one hot step away from robbing the banker. Somebody should warn her. Revert to getting commissions, sticking them up. Chips is all I must garner. La Grande, have them fading if a standoff is what I'm facing. I'm trying to get to the border. Found out he told, I doubled back to snap his neck. That's how you back a rat in a corner. Back a rat, baccarat. This is shit you cannot do. Spades look like he get ID'd multiple times at the casino when he walking through. Let me remind you, this is shit you cannot do. And you might be on every ticket, but you can't ride the roller coasters at Lagoon. Try to force pressure, but he lacked depth. My trajectory different. For you, that's a sad reality. He swear he'll pull, but what he says holds no weight with me. I'm defying gravity. You should be thanking me for 2023. Connectivity was weak. I had a burnt up battery. New model. I'll fold 5 in half with one hand. That's a Samsung Galaxy. I ain't played my hand right in the past. Hasn't been my game, not even slightly. But what remains the same is I'm back to rolling. Even now, outcome for you is quite dicey. Spades. It's gonna be a closed casket, more than likely. Meaning this will be the last time they have to cover up your face. I'm getting rid of them if they shiesty. Pawns will be sacrificed. Don't try to reach for the piece. Distance is nothing to me. I'm thinking 3 moves ahead at least.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Give it up. Let's go. Top of it.
He said I can't ride the rides at Lagoon. You bringing up my height is whack as shit. Cause mama told me that big things come in small packages. Blam your shit. No, I'm playing. All right. I wasn't worried about this matchup. Too easy, Captain. As soon as I saw Ghost, I knew to do him greasy blasting. Ghost sucks. One flash will have Ghost everywhere. This is Luigi's mansion. Who he attacking? I got this demon form. Your style need reform. He dead. 3-0. This a repeat score. Name's Vine, but he can't read the tea leaves. Lord, it's almost like I'm clairvoyant. Y'all don't get it? Cause I'm talking to Ghost without a Ouija board. He needs more. I'm ready for war. Hoo-ah, my uncle's Marines. I'm cold, no need for an infrared thermometer to see the difference in degrees. I'm at his front door, code word EMF. My squad pop up with them 3s. I'm not talking electromagnetic field detectors. When I say I'm in Ghost House with machines, this is me. Yeah, we both from the O, but bro's almost 40, still getting torch, G. You need to relax, retire, let me get the torch, G. Cause they're saying we're comparable. I try to examine it, but it ain't close for me. How are we adjacent when he keeps dying in the lake and coming back? This is ghost stories. My story? Elevate. Though they say I'm standing in place, it's cause they can't see past me. I'm still standing in the way. It's cause I stand on business when I'm standing on this stage. It's cause they getting stepped on when they stepping in this space. This is spades.
All right, let's go. All right, bring us on, girls.
Let's go, Ghost.
I peeped the move list. When things go awry, you do what the game taught you to. Thought it was a street fight. I'll flame his head, really give you the Akuma hairdo. And I may say things to this cartoon, some shit he should have already knew. Don't ever twist your fingers up unless you're willing to die for doing the jutsu. Who knew? The way I split their head can't be fixed with medicine. 2 more up top, headshots can't be stopped with Excedrin. I can kick in the dough, waving a fofo as if it's never been done in the way it'll never be done again. Open that hole, they better let him in or I'm putting lead up in his Letterman. The same one JM mentioned, you was wearing to every show, the elbows were showing, the fabric was thin. I could stitch him up nice, but I got more than just advice I could lend. And though I'm showing all those holes, I would never stab you in the back just to win. What I'm getting at is I would give up the jacket on my back for an acquaintance or a friend. Yeah. And if one of them ever does swing on you, I'm jumping in. And if I allowed you to see Stretch next, I would give you my pen. But this a lose-lose for dude. A scenario you cannot win. Catch shots from the 22. Can't escape the predicament you find yourself in. I seen him and his boys in the hood. We both stay in the O. Wanna be Mac Daddy as opposed to me about dough. And I heard when you was on 26, you was getting that dope head pussy on the low, looking too skinny. Motherfucker could hula hoop through a Cheerio. I wasn't worried about him sliding when it was decided that once again he'd be the pitch. Yeah, you be swinging, but I ain't seen no big hits. I ain't even put up a mitt. If he tried me, I'd steal him based on the error he made. I flashed the leather, you sit. The average up, this AB. I got heat for everyone on his team. Yeah, each he roll with. So many ways to get paid. So many ways to get paid. You trying to take my dollars, it don't make sense. End up being a DJ quick, and you are too short to be out here calling people bitch. Time.
Give it up all for that battle. Let's go. What the fuck?
You got it all?
At Mike Masters 801 on everything. Great job.
I didn't get it all.
You know this Holmzie Da God. I'm giving y'all my judgment on Spades versus Ghost. So I had first round I had Spades. He had an 8. I like the No Love Wimbledon, Ghost in the Shell bar. He had this whole little Kobe scheme that was fire for like the 49ers. I gave him an 8 that round. As far as Ghost first round, he didn't really have that many punches that I rated as far as like, you know, effective. He had the 4-1-5 little scheme where we went in the 10, the NY State scheme, and I gave him a 6 for that round. Round 2, Spades had the Ghostbuster joint, and he had the crown joint in, so I counted that as a moment. Nearly Headless Nick punch, and then the Harry Potter scheme. I'm big on that. The wigging out joint. He had a 9 that round for me, and then second Ghost, he had the Baccarat, the Shiesty at the end of the round, cover your face, too small to get on a roller coaster. Samsung Galaxy, I gave him an 8 that round. So right now I had Spades winning. He was up 2-0 after the second. Then in the third, Spades started his shit off with a rebuttal. I counted that as a moment. You know, he had the Luigi Mansion, Ghost in the Machine. The adjacent Drowning in the Lake Ghost Story shit was fire. I gave him a 9 that joint. And then I had Ghost with an 8 for round 2. He ended it with the Too Short, the Catch 22, the Letterman, the Jitsu Punch. It was a good battle, but I had Spades edging every round.
How you doing? Mike Masters, 48 in the lake. B. Franks, the microphone strangler. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start with Spades. First round, punchline. Fucking loved it. Some of the highlighted punchlines for me was the Ghost in the Shell bar, the Finish bar, the Treason bar, the Mount Rushmore bar, and the Steph Curry bars. You know, I gave him performance. It was flawless. Gave him a 3. Punchlines, I gave him a 5. You know, conviction. He meant every word. I could tell what he's saying. He looked like he was ready to box. Gave him a 2. Moments, he only got 1, where the crowd really hit his bars. You know, it was warming up, but overall he got an 11. Going to Ghost's first round, starting with effective writing with his punchlines. I mean, he was going punch after punch after punch after punch. The punchlines that stuck out for me was the Vulture bar, and the San Fran area code bar, the Beekeeping bar. His performance was flawless. Gave him a 3. Conviction, I believed every word he said. Gave him a 2. And moments, he had 2 good moments with the crowd, where I knew the crowd felt the 2 bars that he got, which gave him a 12. Going back to Spades, round 2. I mean, punchline after punchline after punchline. I got the Stilts bar, the Sandroy bar, the Hollow Hall bar, and the Toupee bar written down. He had, plenty of punchlines. I easily counted over 8 or 10. So effective writing, I gave him 5. Performance was flawless. I gave him 3. His conviction, he was there. He was ready to fight. Gave him a 2. And his moments with the crowd, he only had 1. So that gave him another 11. Going to Ghost on his second round. Going to effective writing on his punchlines. He's a puncher. He just comes in swinging, right? The winning war bar stood out to me. The rat in the corner bar stood out to me. The casino bar, the lagoon, when you're too short to ride the rides. Gravity and the galaxy bars. Sorry, it goes so fast I can't memorize all the bars, but I memorized the ending of them. I gave him a 5 effective writing. Performance, he slipped up once, so I gave him a 2. Conviction, his conviction was perfect, gave him a 2. He had a lot of moments with the crowd. I counted 4, giving him a score of 13. Going back to Spades on round 3 to the effective writing. We're going to start with his punchlines as always. The fucking Luigi's Mansion, that fucking bar was sick. The Ouija board bar, speaking to ghosts, and I even got a Ouija bar. Like, that shit was hard. The difference in degrees, his electromagnetic, I put it down as EMF machines. That bar was sick as fuck. And then the Ghost Stories bar, all of those bars to me were heavy hitters. To me, by far, round 3 was the best round for both of these guys. Spades especially. Effective writing, I gave him a 5, flawless. His performance was flawless, gave him a 3. His conviction was a 2. And this was his best round with moments. The crowd was feeling him this round. He got a 5 moments is what I counted, giving him a 15. Going over to Ghost, round 3, again, his best round in my opinion. I got the Akuma bar, the Excedrin bar, the Letterman bar, the Stretch bar, and the Friend bar. All of those bars just hit really well for me. Effective writing, because he's a puncher, he hit plenty over 8 to 10 punchlines for me. He got a 5. His performance, he did have the one slip up at the end. You know what I mean? It's kind of a give or take. I'm just going by the rules, so I had to give him a 2. Conviction, 2 all the way through. But honestly, he had moments, and the crowd was really feeling him as well, which I counted 5 moments. Gave him 5 points for the moments, which is a total of 14. Given the final score, Spades I have at a 37. Ghost I have at a 39. Went off of the points here. Crazy battle. It's fucking awesome night. Thank you all.
Yo, what up, though? Ledge here. Happy to be a part of this, man. Shout out to Mike Masters and everybody over there. It's my verdict for Spades versus Ghost. Round 1, Spades, man. The Love Wimbledon bar was a nice way to start it off. I like that. The Mamba mentality, 5 rings says I'm winning. Dope. Myth in the Bible tonight. I need to see it. Wasn't really like a punchline, but it was effective. Sometimes the effect of written is just hit a little bit different sometimes. All in all, I gave him a 7. I thought it was solid, good way to start. Need to pick up the bar pacing and bar quality a little bit. Ghost comes out with the agriculture bar, the San Francisco area code, like the double, you know what I'm saying, with the wordplay with that was dope. Been in this hive beekeeping was good. And then back on 10 and we getting even. I edged him that round. I gave him an 8. I gave Spades a 7, Ghost to 8. Like the prospects of this battle going to round 2. But all in all, I gave Spades a 5 for that round. Wasn't really nothing that totally grabbed me as far as the material, but he kept his composure and his attack and his, I guess I would just say his overall delivery was the same. And, he rapped at his pace that he normally raps at, but there was no line that was significant that did real damage. Ghost, would say Baccarat in the corner, Fold 5 with one hand, the Samsung Galaxy, that was probably the best, one of the better bars of this whole battle. And then he finishes off with the Shiesty line, with the kind of the Pooh Shiesty flip. Gave him a 7 for that. Spade in the 3rd round won that round barely. The Luigi's Mansion bar, the Ouija board bar. I thought Ghost just kind of faded a little bit, so I gave him a 5 and Spades a 6. All in all, man, I got Ghost winning this by a hair, man, 19 to 18. I think they both got to just get a little more comfortable. Pacing is everything, and they'll learn that as they keep getting developed by the great Mike Masters. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm out of here. This is Ledge, #1 league in Michigan, Bar Wars. Top Tier Podcast at Pod Tier, PODTIER. We out. Thank you.
Yo, what it do? DreDai. Shout out to Mike Masters for giving me the opportunity to judge this battle between, excuse me, Spades and Ghosts. This was a good battle, man. The Kings of Ogden, ounces, grams, dimes, even nickels. You know what I'm saying? But let me get into my breakdown. So round one, I got G-Man, kick from the 9, and end your dreaming. Mamba mentality. I let it ring 5 times. I felt like Spades could have had a lot more punches in there. So I gave him a 2 on effective writing, 3 on performance, 2 on conviction, 0 moments. So 7 total for round one. Ghost was gunning out the gate. Up the pole, dump you in a fishing hole. You know, I know Spades has a 5 in his name. So I like the 4-1-5. Added together, that's 10. I'm back on 10. I thought that was hard. He was gunning in round one, so I gave him a 3 for effective writing. I gave him a 3 for performance, 2 for conviction, 0 moments, but I gave him an 8 in round one, so I had Ghost winning round one. Round two, I really like that whole approach that Spades came with, that who you gonna call. I thought that was very clever. There was a million ways, a million different things he could have done with that, and I don't think he kind of weaved any punches in that whole scheme there. So I thought he could have had some more punches in the round altogether. I gave him a 2 for effective writing, 3 for performance. He was flawless. 2 for conviction. He was very composed this whole round. 0 moments. I gave Spades a 7 in round 2. Round 2 for Ghost. He had some bars in there. I like the Baccarat. You get ID in the casino. I like the Lagoon bar. I feel like he could have had some more punches in there too. So I gave him a 2 for effective writing on that. Round 3 for performance. Granted, I probably should have docked him because he went over the time a little bit, but I gave him a 3 and I gave him a 2 for conviction because he was composed. So I gave Ghost a 7 for round 2. So I had it a tie. In round 2, Ghost winning round 1. Round 3, I kind of like the rebuttal that Spades had. He kind of upped the bars a little bit. He had a rebuttal. Had some more punches. I like the Luigi Mansion. I like the Talking to Ghost Ouija board. Jason dying in the lake. I'm in Ghost's house with the machine. He was very creative in his third round with his writing, so I gave him a 4 on effective writing in round 3. 3 for performance, flawless again. 2 for conviction, very composed, 0 moments. So I gave him 9 in round 1. Round 3. I gave him a 9 in round 3. Ghost, round 3. I like his bars, the flame, his head, lead in the Letterman, the elbow missing threads. He had some tough bars. I gave him a 3 on effective writing. I docked him in performance because he had he had a slip up in his performance. I gave him a 2 on conviction, 0 for moments. So I gave Ghost a 7 for round 3. So Spades, I gave him a 9 in round 3, Ghost a 7. So I have Spades edging that out, 23-22. That was a very entertaining battle. It came down to the wire. Ghost probably could have won that if he didn't have the slip up. But getting still, congratulations to both MCs for putting on for Ogden, representing for the city. Yeah, shout out.
What's good, Cammy GBR? We are here hailing from fucking Scotland, where Utah is like way over there. I'm glad to be a part of this, especially using the system. It'll be interesting to see how I'll lay this all out. Pause. And just as a fan of battle rap, as a fan of like the culture itself and the world of battle rap, like I'm not someone that doesn't know their shit. So if anyone goes, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. No, I was a URL baby from like 2009. Like I'm 28 and I'm 15 years in the culture. Check the credentials. But we're here to break down Spades versus Ghost. So we'll do this round by round. This may sound harsh because the point scoring is quite cut and dry. So I will try and give as much of a reason and examples as of why, but just I'll salute to these guys. I hope whoever wins this pushes on forward, and I don't mean any disrespect when I say what I say about the battle, okay? Salute to you, and let's get to it. So, on the first instance for effective writing, as it states, is about what's connecting with you, what's effective punching, and whatnot, right? And it has a clear point score. So when I give these marks, it's off of that, okay? Now, that being said, round one, let's break this down. Round one, effective writing for Spades, I've got a 1 out of 5. And the same with Ghost. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 bars that connect with me on them rounds that I will go to as moments. So I'll break that down in a second. Performance, they both were clean. And I think for the whole battle, it's pretty good for me to see that they're both easy, clean. I don't have to then take points away for anyone, because one thing they did do is rap. And on conviction, they both got like a 1 out of 2 points there. I think Spades was missing the attack and Ghost was missing the believability, so they were kind of in a similar spot. 2 in particular for Spade. I like the very start with the Ghost in the shell. Like it is a niche reference, but it's, you know, it's a name flip in itself. And the little part of it, Ghost pales in comparison, is at a stretcher on my reaching, folds like the Niners at the end of every season. Like, I like that. That was a really succinct, like, well put together kind of patch of bars there. And I think with this round, there was just too many niche anime bars, and I think it reoccurs in the third as well. Just I know anime, but not that heavy, so it kind of just goes over my head a bit, and is worth my googling material to see how it connects. I shouldn't have to do that if I'm live in the place or if I'm here. You know, you got to appease the crowd as well. The feeling you get watching it is the feeling, and that's part of moments. It's how you feel the reaction. So just a little too niche there. And for Ghost, I think the 415 stuff, the zip code was pretty cool. And it was like meta 415 and connecting it to like back to 10. It worked. No, I would have given that 1. I kind of consider it always 1, but so I've got moments wise 2 for Spades and 1 realistically for Ghost. I'm connecting them 2 as 1 because it's all in a succinct thing. And the main thing for Ghost, I like that he's rapping longer. Rap till I'm finished, rap till I stop. But it was a lot of setups. It felt like setups for nothing, or there's not a clear point where it says, this is the punch, I'm trying to say something. It was kept on going, and have to stop, rewind to listen constantly for your material in the first round. So I'm altogether points wise, 7 for Spades, 6 for Ghost. Coming on round 2. So following the criteria, onto the second round. If I go through Spades rounds first, Spades, effective writing, 1 out of 5 again, because I think it was 2 punches in particular that I thought were good, but just, again, it's quite harsh, but it's just the way the criteria is set out. Performance, 3 out of 3, no complaints about the actual performance, and conviction, 2 out of 2 again, no complaints about the conviction. I think really putting in the work. Just this round to me was the best round from Spades. Less anime bars, other references and whatnot, but just as what Spades style is, actively doing it. You just fit better than the other 2 rounds, the first and the third respectively. But I really like the Aragon bar, kneel to the real king, and wigging out, taking off his toupee. There's others that are few in between as well, but they're the 2 that caught me. in particular that I'm highlighting for point wise. And the second round for Ghost, effective writing 1 out of 5, same again. Performance, no complaint on the performance, actively performing and rapping. And the conviction 1 out of 2, because I just think there was not much attack on the opponent. And then the bar that I've got, we've got 2 bars again. There was a Samsung Galaxy bar that was pretty smooth, and then like a joke about him not going on the roller coaster. And there's a few things here and there, but it wasn't the best. As an editor's note, while I'm going over this, one bar in particular I didn't like, and I think it was set up to be like a haymaker tried to be, was this Baccarat. It didn't work. That sounds harsh. It just, if you have to change your inflection to make the bar work, then it shouldn't really be the one that's working. Baccarat. I just didn't like it personally. That's why it's not on the moments, and I just sort of skipped past it. I didn't know if maybe he saved all of his best stuff for the next round, but it just wasn't the greatest. Just a lot of build-up, honestly. I've got it all written on bits of paper. A lot of build-up to nothing, and I just needed more payoffs for the build-ups from Ghost. That then means that as a final point score, I have got 8 for Spades and 7 for Ghost. That's another round 1 for Spades. Third round now between Spades and Ghost. Spades got for effective writing 1 out of 5. Again, it's so harsh because it's like mostly it's 2. Like it says 1 point for 2 punches. You know, it's a proper. It's quite direct. So if I'm saying 1 out of 5, it's because it's what their criteria is asking for me. Effective writing 1 out of 5, performance 3 out of 3, and conviction 2 out of 2. And for Ghost, I think it's actually Ghost's best round. Effective writing 2 out of 5, which was like 3 punches. And performance was just 3 out of 3, and conviction 2 out of 2. I think this was the round where Ghost really gave more of, like, there was more of a bravado in his round, and there was more stopping, pausing for punches and whatnot, and more pockets. That was one of the main things there. As a moment that I've got for Ghost is the let him in, let up in the Letterman, like the little pocket there, and maybe that's what he needs to do more pocket driven bars. And he had the Akuma haircut at the very start, like lightest top, and the one that I might be one of the best bars of the battle is a lose catch shots from a 22, which just seems like very generic, but when you think of that, a catch 22 is a lose, like it's inverted like that, and that was a real sneaky one for me. And I gave him three points for that, because it's like 3 okay moments in the round. And for Spades, he had 2, which was ghosts everywhere, like Luigi Mansion, and about me and him being adjacent and he dying in the lake but keep coming back, which again, that's quite a deep cut to know that he died in the lake and always comes back. And it's but looking at that round with the points as well, I'm giving that 8 points to Spades and 10 points for Ghost. So tallying up all the points, Spade got first round 7 points, second round 8 points, third round 8 points, equaling 23. Then we get Ghost, who got 6 points on the first round, 7 points on the second round, and 10 points in the third, equaling 23. Which means technically points wise they're at a double. They've got the same amount of points. However, I don't know what the decision protocol for this is, so if I'm correct in saying, or at least my belief, we would then go on to the rounds. So the winner for this battle is Spades. He won 2 rounds out of 3 on my judgment, even if the round points end up the same. Just means it was a close battle. Salute to you guys. Cammy GBR, subscribe to the channel.